Hey there, Money Mavens! Welcome to Ace Wealth Raiser, where we will be diving into all things related to the world of finance, economics, and business. Whether you are a seasoned investor or just a beginner learning the ropes, we've got something for you. From breaking down the latest market trends to decoding complex financial concepts, we are here to help you level up your financial game. CEOs are responsible for leading their organizations to success and navigating their companies through a constantly evolving business landscape. In order to do so, CEOs must have a unique set of skills and ways of thinking that set them apart from other business leaders. By adopting the mindset of a CEO, you can improve your decision-making, leadership, and strategic thinking abilities, and drive your organization towards success. In this lecture, we'll explore the top 10 ways to think like a CEO, including being strategic, focused on results, innovative, building strong relationships, taking calculated risks, effective communication, leading by example, focusing on people, managing finances, and being customer-focused. So let's dive in and explore these essential CEO qualities in greater detail. Number 1. Be strategic. As a CEO, you need to be able to see the big picture and develop a long-term strategy to achieve your goals. This means thinking about where you want to be in 5 or 10 years and mapping out a plan to get there. Define your long-term goals. As a CEO, it is important to have a clear understanding of where you want your organization to be in the future. Start by defining your long-term goals and vision. Consider where you want your organization to be in 5 or 10 years. What products or services you want to offer, and what markets you want to serve. Write down your goals and ensure they are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, or SMART. Develop a strategic plan. Once you have defined your long-term goals, it is now time to make a strategic plan to achieve them. Start by identifying the key steps you need to take to get there. This may include developing new products or services, entering new markets, or improving your operations. Break these steps down into smaller, actionable tasks and prioritize them based on their importance and feasibility. Develop a timeline for each step and identify the resources you'll need to achieve them. Number 2. Focus on results. Successful CEOs are focused on achieving results. This means setting clear goals and objectives for your team and holding everyone accountable for delivering on those goals. Set clear and measurable goals. As a CEO, it is important to set clear and measurable goals for your organization. These goals should be aligned with your long-term strategy and vision. Break down your goals into smaller, actionable tasks and assign responsibilities to your team members. Ensure that your goals are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound so that progress can be tracked and evaluated. Hold yourself and your team accountable. Focusing on results means being accountable for delivering on your goals. As a CEO, it is important to hold yourself and your team accountable for meeting these goals. Regularly review progress with your team and provide feedback on what's working and what's not. Celebrate successes and use failures as learning opportunities. Ensure that there are consequences for not meeting goals, but also recognize and reward good performance. Number 3. Embrace innovation. The business world is constantly changing, and successful CEOs need to be able to adapt and innovate to stay ahead of the competition. This means being open to new ideas and experimenting with new technologies and business models. Encourage a culture of creativity. To embrace innovation, you must create an environment where creativity is encouraged and celebrated. Encourage your team to think outside the box and share their ideas, regardless of how unconventional they may seem. Foster an environment where experimentation and taking calculated risks are encouraged, and where it is okay to fail as long as there's a valuable lesson learned. Keep up with emerging trends and technologies. To stay innovative, you must keep up with the latest trends and technologies in your industry. Attend conferences and seminars. Read industry publications and network with other industry professionals to stay informed about emerging trends and technologies. Encourage your team to do the same and share their insights with the rest of the organization. Consider partnering with other organizations or startups to leverage their expertise and stay on the cutting edge. Number 4. Build strong relationships. Successful CEOs know that building strong relationships is key to their success. This means building strong relationships with employees, customers, suppliers, and other stakeholders. Focus on networking As a CEO, it is important to develop a strong network of business contacts, both within and outside of your industry. Attend industry events, join professional organizations, and participate in online forums to meet other professionals and develop relationships. Focus on building authentic relationships based on mutual interests and needs, rather than just trying to make a transactional connection. Develop strong internal relationships. Building strong relationships with your team members is just as important as building external relationships. Get to know your employees, understand their strengths and weaknesses, and provide opportunities for them to grow and develop within the organization. Foster an open and transparent communication culture where employees feel comfortable sharing their ideas and feedback. Number 5. Take calculated risks. CEOs need to be willing to take risks in order to achieve their goals. However, these risks need to be calculated and well thought out. This means weighing the potential rewards against the potential risks and making informed decisions. Conduct a thorough risk assessment. Before taking any risks, it is important to conduct a thorough risk assessment. Identify the potential risk, evaluate the probability of each risk occurring, and assess the potential impact of each risk. Consider the potential cost and consequences of taking each risk. Foster a culture of experimentation. To take risks, you must create an environment where experimentation and taking calculated risk are encouraged. Encourage your team to think outside the box and experiment with new ideas. Provide resources and support for testing and prototyping new products or services. Celebrate successes and use failures as learning opportunities. Liking the video? Click the notification bell to be updated with our latest videos. You can also share, subscribe, and comment down below. Number 6. Communicate effectively. As a CEO, you need to be able to communicate effectively with all stakeholders. This means being able to articulate your vision and goals, as well as listening to feedback and engaging in open dialogue. Be clear and concise. As a CEO, it is important to communicate your ideas and expectations clearly and concisely. Avoid using jargon and technical terms that may be confusing to your team. Use simple language that is easy to understand and be clear about your expectations. Use visuals such as diagrams or charts to illustrate your points and make your message more accessible. Listen actively. Effective communication is not just about talking, it is also about listening. Actively listen to your team members and stakeholders to understand their perspectives and concerns. Ask questions to clarify their thoughts and encourage them to share their ideas and feedback. Show empathy and understanding, and be open to constructive criticism. Number 7. Lead by example. Successful CEOs lead by example. This means setting the tone for your organization and modeling the behaviors and attitudes that you want to see in your team. Set high standards for yourself. As a CEO, it is important to set high standards for yourself and hold yourself accountable to them. Model the behavior you want to see in your team members and lead by example. Demonstrate a strong work ethic, a commitment to excellence, and a willingness to take on new challenges. Be visible and accessible. Leading by example also means being visible and accessible to your team members. Make time to interact with your employees, whether it is through informal conversations, team meetings, or other channels. Show your team members that you value their contributions and are invested in their success. Number 8. Focus on people. Your employees are your most valuable asset, and successful CEOs know that investing in their people is key to their success. This means providing training and development opportunities, recognizing and rewarding good performance, and creating a positive work environment. Invest in employee development. To focus on people, it is important to invest in employee development. Provide opportunities for your team members to grow and develop their skills, whether it is through training programs, mentorship, or job rotations. Create a culture of continuous learning and encourage your employees to pursue their professional goals. Foster a diverse and inclusive work environment. Focusing on people also means creating a diverse and inclusive work environment. Ensure that your organization is free from discrimination and bias, and that all employees feel valued and respected. Encourage diversity of thought and perspective, and provide opportunities for underrepresented groups to succeed. Number 9. Manage finances. As CEO, you need to have a solid understanding of your company's finances. This means being able to read financial statements, manage budgets, and make informed financial decisions. Create a financial plan. To manage finances effectively, It is important to create a comprehensive financial plan that aligns with your organization's goals and objectives. Identify your key financial metrics, such as revenue, expenses, and profit margins, and set realistic targets for each. Develop a budget that outlines your expenses and revenue streams, and regularly monitor your financial performance against your targets. Prioritize cash flow. Cash flow is the lifeblood of any organization, and it is important to prioritize managing your cash flow effectively. Monitor your cash flow regularly and ensure that you have sufficient cash reserves to cover your expenses and manage unexpected costs. Manage your accounts receivable and accounts payable effectively to optimize your cash flow, and consider alternative financing options, such as lines of credit or loans if necessary. Before we proceed to the last point, do you have any more ideas how to think and act like a CEO? If you do, comment down below. All of us want to be a CEO someday. Now for the last point. Number 10. Be customer focused. Ultimately, depends on its ability to meet the needs of its customers. Successful CEOs are customer focused and make decisions with the customer in mind. Develop a deep understanding for your customers. To focus on customer, it is important to develop a deep understanding of their needs, preferences, and pain points. Conduct market research, analyze customer feedback and reviews, and use data analytics to gain insights into your customers' behaviors and preferences. Foster a customer-centric culture. Focusing on the customer also means fostering a customer-centric culture throughout your organization. Encourage all employees to prioritize customer satisfaction and make it a key performance metric. Empower your employees to go above and beyond to provide exceptional customer service, and create a system for soliciting and acting on customer feedback. In conclusion, to think like a CEO, you need to be strategic, focused on results, innovative, build strong relationships, take calculated risks, communicate effectively, lead by example, focus on people, manage finances, and be customer focused. By adopting these principles, you can develop a CEO mindset and drive your organization to success. This is Ace Wealth Razor, and we'll see you next time.